Hello, everyone, wherever you are watching from around the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's nice to see you here, and it's TimeBlazr Tuesday. And we're going to be talking about the upcoming week, about the opportunities and the pitfalls. So you want to maybe want to stay tuned to find out how you best can play this particular week. Hello, my name is Kathleen Zemansky. I am a business feng shui master, business astrologer, and the creator of the TimeBlazr business management system. Now, the TimeBlazr is based on the ancient wisdom of favorable timing that has been around for centuries, and it has always been used predominantly by the affluent, by the people who have the most power in the world, and it is also available for like military operations. It really is about strategic planning, and I'm making this available to you for absolutely free during the series of TimeBlazr Tuesday. So I'm going to look at each and every day. I'm going to give you an inside look at, if you will, a little demo of the TimeBlazr, and at the end I'm going to give you an opportunity to have 30 days for yourself. Now, this is a personalized date selection calendar, and it is in standard business English. So there are some really amazing things that you can do with the TimeBlazr. You can do things like do a product, service, or program launch. You can launch a website. If you've been spending time writing a book, then launch it on a really good day. So that really is the fundamental usage behind the TimeBlazr, is strategically use it to map out all of your important activities that you do, but you can really actually use it on a day-to-day basis, because not every day is going to be a perfect stellar day, as you probably have been noticing with things that are happening in the world. Things are far from perfect, and this is what I really want to do for you, this community that I'm building. So this is where I really need your help. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. If you are not new to my channel and like what you hear, please go ahead and like. And if you really like what you hear, go ahead and leave a comment, because this is how we are going to be able to grow. This is how we are able to really provide this content for a lot of people. So I need to know from you if these are things that you would like to hear from me. Okay? All right, let's get started. And I want to take us over first, I think, to our PowerPoint presentation, because where I want to start today is talking about person, space, and time. So we are also looking at this system holistically. So we really need to start with your astrology, which I'll show you in the TimeBlazr portal what that will look like from a demo perspective. Yours is obviously going to look a little bit different. And then space is another important aspect. So I'm really focusing a lot on space this year, because the feng shui of your space is really going to be one of your life rings, if you will, to help you get your life back on track. If you feel like you're already on track, because obviously there are opportunities certainly in disruption, but then we can take it just to a next level. That's what we want to keep doing, is just keep leveling up our personal energy, and we can do this through person, space, and time. Your astrology, your feng shui, and then using the best time that you can to trigger this energy. Okay? All right. So what I want you first to do is to think about who are the people that you're sheltering in place with. You may want to run their charts as well. Those will be provided in the comments below. So just kind of look down there and you can see all the links that we're providing for you today. So what I am also going to do is let's just head right on over to the TimeBlazr. I think that's a really good place for us just to hang out a little bit right now. Okay, first of all, as you can see, the TimeBlazr is a system that is personalized to a particular person. So what I was showing you just briefly before, that's actually going to show up on your TimeBlazr. You just need to enter in your correct date and time of birth, because then we can give you this personalized calendar to try out for 30 days, absolutely free, no credit card required. So I want you to know that your TimeBlazr is based on your astrology chart, and there's some things that are very specific on why we would want to have a favorable timing calendar that's going to help you make your informed decisions, make your best moves, and really strategize about what you want to do. So the year of birth is going to be about you, who the people you know. It's not about what you know sometimes, it's about who you know. So we can help you elevate your chart just by knowing the right people, hanging around the right people, and how are you spending your time. It's about your networking efforts. It's about your marketing, your branding. That's all that outer image, if you will, that is affecting you. Your month of birth is going to be about your career and your character. So the animals are going to start, for example, if you have a horse in your chart in this year of the rat, there's probably some things that are starting to churn about your character. If that was your month pillar, it could be your year, month, day, and hour, but things may be transforming. Things just are shaking up a little bit. The universe is providing you this opportunity. So I would take an inner look on how your character is changing. Do you like it? Do other people like it? Sometimes it's not so important what other people like, but you have to be comfortable in your own skin and be able to sleep at night. So these are some of the things that are starting to transform because of what's in your astrology. The next piece is your day of birth, and this is about yourself. This is about your mindset. I can tell you some of the clients that I've been seeing lately, there's things that if I could just have them stop for just a moment and really look at what's going through their mind, what messages you are choosing to bring into your mind. It's not just about what you feed yourself, it's also about what you feed your mind, your body, and soul. So those are things that you can really start looking at from a day pillar. Now, the next one is the hour, if you know it. This one is about your legacy, if you will. What is the thing that you want to be most remembered from? This is also your brainstorming or your goals, if you will. What are your goals that you are trying to accomplish? That's the hour of birth that's going to help you discern what are your highest and best good efforts. And then it's also about your investments, such as, your property, your assets, things like that, your IP, how best can you use these so they can continue to provide for you. So like I said, you may not know your hour of birth, but certainly you most likely know your day, month, and year of birth. So that's 75% of the picture. All right, let's go back to the TimeBlazr and have a look at some of the beautiful things that can be provided for the TimeBlazr. All right, so now that we looked at the astrology chart, there's a couple of tabs. Once you get that 30-day trial, you will have access to the TimeBlazr. You'll have access to your astrology chart, of course, and there's tons of stuff on your astrology that you will be learning. And then also there's some training videos and some guidebooks and things like that, your account information, and full access is for a higher level program. But just to get you started, you want to just go ahead for that free one. All right, let's look at the month of August. As you can see, there's quite a bit going on right now on this month. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take away these icons just so we have a little bit cleaner picture. So you just go to none, take those away. You can always pre-select whichever ones you want, and by default, those will show up on your TimeBlazr. But let's just do a little bit of mapping right now of what's available. So as you can see, there are green days and white days, and the green days have a certain level of vibrancy that will automatically make them green. If it falls below that benchmark, then it's going to be not as vibrant and not as stable, so therefore it just is void of any color. Now, the next thing you're going to see on the TimeBlazr are a star system. Now, the stars are either 0, some months you're going to see absolutely no connection with you astrologically, and then you're going to see up to 5. So we're today, if you're listening to us live, this video will be good up until the 18th of August. So here's another thing, you guys, when you're thinking about watching content online, my stuff is super time sensitive. Do not hit that save and watch for later. Watch it now and use the information. This is how you are going to start transforming your life when you start taking action in a positive and really strategic way. So don't save for later. Do now, and you'll thank me later. Hopefully you'll thank me later. Okay, so now we are going to, I'm just going to pop into the TimeBlazr right now, and we're going to start looking at some of the things that are also, if you will, global for everyone or general for everyone, and then what are the things that are unique to you. So first of all, I'm going to spend a little bit more time on the first day, and then we'll just kind of breeze through the rest of them. So first of all, I'm going to talk about things that are going to be for everyone, and then what are the things that are going to be different. So first of all, Wednesday, August the 12th, it's that time for everyone, or day for everyone, and then drop down 2 bars, if you will, or boxes. And then on the left-hand side of the screen, you're going to see it's an unfavorable balance day, and it's a yin fire pig day. Now, remember, if it's a white day or void of color, it's either going to be an unfavorable or an avoid distinction. Now, this is going to start telling you that there's something unstable in the day. So obviously, a day like today may not be like a day you're going to launch something, but we're still going to find some usable times for you, okay? So let's face it, you are not launching something every single day. That would totally burn out your adrenals. It would totally burn out your brain. I mean, you just can't be launching all of the time, right? So what you want to start thinking about is how you can map out your entire year, your quarter, your month, then your week, and then down to the day. And then that's where you're going to start achieving your goals. So this is a system that's going to help you achieve your goals, help you be more productive. And it's also going to make you more aware of the times that are more beneficial to you and which ones that are not going to be as beneficial to you. That's how you are going to start being able to use this energy to help you. Now, this is not a practitioner program. I'm not pretending it's a practitioner program, but what I want you to do is continue to do your personal expertise. Unless you are really looking to become a feng shui master, then yes, this can actually help a practitioner as well. But this is really, like I was saying at the very beginning, it was used by affluent the upper echelon. It was used by the highest corporations. It was used by the military. So they're not becoming feng shui masters and date selection specialists and astrologers. They're relying on that resource of the experts to tell them when to make their strategic moves. That's what I'm asking for you to do as well. All right, let's go back to the TimeBlazr. And so when we're looking at a balanced day is more about looking at the scales of justice, if you will, 50-50. So if you want a 50-50 outcome, or if you are working with a team that you feel that, everybody else should start pulling some of the weight, use a balanced day. It will bring things back into balance for you. All right, the positive and negative influences, those are again on this left-hand corner. What I want you to start thinking about is what these energies are. The positive and negative influences will always influence the entire day. So what we need to do is we need to look at these, have a quick glance. So we got relief. Okay, things are gonna, give a little bit of relief here. Virtue is about, being virtuous, if you will. I've really tried to translate these terms so they're in standard business English, but if English is not your first language, or you're a bit in doubt, just head over to that training tab, and then it will have the guidebooks and some other training materials in there as well. But it should be pretty intuitive about what those mean. All right, then we have to do the same with the negative influence, entanglement, instability, potential disasters. As you can see, wow, that's full of kind of like very unstable energy. So we have to remember to do that. Now, don't forget this important box that is empty. That is your landscape for you to set your intention for the day, or your biggest like task item, like if nothing else that needs to get done, that's what I want you to put in that box so that you can absolutely make sure that that's a reminder throughout the day, or as you're planning out your year, month, quarter, week or day, that you will be able to make those informed decisions based on, I'm trying to hit this goal. Okay, back to the TimeBlazr again. And then we're now going to look at the row in between where it starts at the top of the page. It's going to say rat. And then it goes down, and these are the hours of the day. And as you can see, that the hours are named by the animals in the zodiac, and there's 12. Therefore, there are 12-hour time slots. But for your convenience, I also put the hours there because, again, I'm not really expecting you to learn a new skill set, but I do want you to understand that there is some correlation here. Now, that next row is going to be about what are the effects of each and every hour. And there's 3 ways, well, actually 4 ways they are going to show up. First of all, you're going to see that there are neutral areas. There are no connection. So all the way from 1 o'clock in the morning all the way down to 10:59 on this particular TimeBlazr, which is personalized. I can't emphasize enough. If you're following along with me, which I highly recommend that you do once you get your TimeBlazr, maybe re-listen to this and then start making your strategic moves. But I want to point out there is no there's no connection astrologically to this person and on those times. The next level would be a 1 star, and then there's going to be 2 or 3 stars. Now this is where astrologically these particular stars are going to start connecting with the astrology of your chart. So that's why we put the chart in as part of the portal, in the membership portal, so that you can see, always like what's going on with your chart in reference to the TimeBlazr. So that comes with, yes, a little bit of training and understanding, but I do want you to understand that this is really kind of a done for you. All you have to do is look at the stars, look at the icons, then make a quick choice. All right, so this is where we start looking at this particular day. So first of all, again, under the August the 12th, you see that this is a 5-star day for this particular person. For you, it may be 0, maybe 1, maybe 2, and then you may have a very different playing field when it comes to the icons. Now the icons are going to come over automatically, but that's just showing you what's available, and this is a partnership one, so it's showing you that if you chose to do some sort of partnership, this could be a day where you could at least have discussions with potential JV partners or things like that. All right, now the next thing I want you to understand is that the stars in the hours, so let's take a look at 11 to all the way down to the end of the day. There's a number of different stars, but what we're looking at is the star in reference to the animal. I'm looking at, for example, 11 to 12:59 is a 1-star day to the horse. On a pig day, to whatever is in your astrology chart. It's not necessarily the ingredients of what's in the hours. So what we're going to be looking at here is 3 different ways in which the hours are going to show up. Let's look at 9 to 10:59 a.m., the snake hour. We see all red with minuses. This means that this particular hour is very unstable, on an unstable day. So we want to avoid that hour for your important activities. So people, this is a very common asked question. Well, hey, I've already got my week planned out. I can't change anything. Well, yes and no. You can. What you can change is the understanding of what is available in that particular hour and modify your behavior. That's step number 1, because your actions, no matter what, in anything that I am going to be delivering to you and teaching to you, you must take action. This is not magic. It's not pennies from heaven. You actually need to take some effort for this system to work. So, spoiler alert, when you do that, your business is going to pop exponentially. You're going to feel more in flow. You're going to attract better relationships. There are so many things that metaphysics can do to you because we're using the power of the subtle energies of person, space, and time, astrology, feng shui, and timing to help you get what you want in life. So first of all, you got to know what you want. Then from there, then you can absolutely start using this to make really good decisions. All right, so what we have is the second type. Look from 1 to 2:59 p.m. You can see that we have bright future with a plus and counterproductive with a minus. Again, we've got mixed energy here. Not sure if I would really want to use that. Now, we have a third type of energy. Let's look at the dog hour and the pig hour. So from 7 all the way from 10:59 p.m. we've got only positive energy with stars. Now we also have that 7 o'clock hour, but there's no connection. Can you use it? Absolutely. Now, using it for an important activity, you want to use those connections if you can. But like I said, tomorrow, it's gonna be more of, I would say, an admin day. I think it would be a great day to do some content creation. I think it would be a great day to bring team members together and start looking at how you can work a little bit better together. And yes, you may end up having to use a time that has less than perfect energy. Just know what's in there so you can modify your behavior to help you have a better outcome. All right, let's look at the next day, how you can get there. Are a couple of different ways, but let's just use the clicking on the 13th up at the top of the page, and then it'll take us to the next day. All right, this is a beautiful day where it's a favorable, stable day. Again, I'm not going to go through all of the as in depth, but I am going to point out a couple of different things when I see something different. First of all, it's a green day, so it's going to transfer over that it's a green day on the daily view, and it's a stable day, and it's a favorable day. So when you have something stable, we are starting something out on a really stable foundation. So this is great if you've got a contract that you need to sign, if you've got a project that you want to get going and keep it going so when you start something and trigger the energy and get it flowing, this is one of the best things that you can do to get some certainty in your life. So use the positives and avoid the negatives. All right, so on this particular day, what we have is our best times are going to be between 3 and 6:59 p.m. So the 3 to 5 obviously are, your normal standard business hours, but I don't know about you guys. I've been working a little bit different schedule now that we are in lockdown. And so, sometimes these oddball, off hour of standard operation could be a little bit different, but you could also look at how some of the socialization that you're doing, hopefully social distancing and things like that, but schedule an evening meeting or send out some autoresponders when the times are really good, if it's not like workable hours for you. So like from 5 to 6:59 a.m., you may not be sitting at your desk quite yet, but you certainly could use an autoresponder. Let's go to the 14th. And the 14th, we're back to, unfortunately, an unfavorable day. What I want to point out to you on this particular day is in the negative influences, when we have a big spender show up on a day in the negative influences, when it is white, when it is an unfavorable or an avoid day, please, please, please watch your own spending. And I wouldn't push too much to sign a contract on this day because there's a high likelihood that your clientele may, ask for more. They may not be as happy. You might have some returns and things like that. So really it is about, spending money in the wrong way, if you will. Now, if it's a green day, I'll have a different strategy if and when we show that shows up this week or any other week. I'll point that out on how you can use that. But I want you yourself to be very careful with your spending. So online marketing is certainly up right now, and it is also very, 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 very easy to just like go through, whatever online shopping that you're doing, and everything looks so good that it's going to be really easy for you to burn your credit cards. So be very careful on that particular day. All right. Then let's go to the 15th. And we have an unfavorable destruction day. This is probably my least favorite type of day, is a destruction day, because it is very hard. Now, when you see a destruction day that's on a white day, please, please, please take caution. Watch your communication. Watch what you are, maybe your verbal, nonverbal communication that might be destroying something. Now, destruction is actually good for breaking a really bad habit. So like those high addictive kind of habits like smoking and alcoholism, drugs and all that kind of stuff, whatever addiction, you can go on and on and on what they might be. If you really are serious about changing that habit, use a favorable destruction day, and that can help you out to really get back on track with your well-being. But again, we've got this big spender here, so do watch about that. But your best hour is going to be between 9 and 10:59 if you're going to be using this day for whatever you choose to be doing. But just remember, you have to always put overlay the positive and negative influences over each and every hour. On the 16th, yay, we're back to a green day. This is a favorable risk reward. A risk reward day is really understanding that you are taking a risk, but the reward is great. So the risk is a little bit, but the reward is quite a bit, quite beneficial. What I like to do on risk reward days is, and this is where you're like 99 or 90, let's say 95% sure of what's happening with a certain client or contract or something like that. I really actually like to send out contracts during a risk reward day that, it's like a big risk, but I'm asking also some big money for it. So this is where you can be using a risk reward to your advantage. So remember, big risk, but also big reward. All right, the 17th, ooh, beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. So this is an excellent success day. Now, I say beautiful, beautiful, but you have to really actually look at how beautiful it is for you. Again, look at the stars, look at the icons, and that can tell you that. But this is one of my favorite picks for the week because it's a success day. A success day is really about success. Like you can expect, there's really nothing that it's almost like there's nothing you can do wrong. Again, remember, this may not be as vibrant to you. Look at the stars in between the green box and the green box and the blue where it says August 17th. What are the icons? What are the stars? That will start telling you. Now, I also want to point out one term here that I really like, and it's called benevolence. And so this is really like where you're going to want to dream big, make a wish, really like before you go ahead and, send out that contract, start with that new person, really get grounded and centered and really like just see the outcome of exactly the way you want it. And then sort of reverse engineer all of that, all the steps it's going to take you to get there. So that is something that you can definitely do through the systems that are in your chart. Actually, I want to show this to you in your chart. I do digress, but I think it's important for you to know. I want you to come down to once you get your astrology chart from me, and I want you to go down to the bottom of the chart where it says Universal Gateway. Remember, these are all going to be different for every person, unless you have this exact same birth date and gender. But basically, this is the only thing I want you to do on this day, is look at your command direction and wherever it says back east, back south, back west. So basically, we're using this part of your head, the back of your head, as the antenna. You're going to be standing or sitting. And I'd like you really to go through that exercise that I just talked about of making a wish. You're going to really see that whatever you're going to be working on, it could be a book, a new website, a talk that you're going to be doing. It could be a new program. It could be a new client that you're going to be working with. I really want you to see that from the end and then reverse engineer everything so that you can allow the universe to help you see those steps and really make that cosmic contract that you are going to get this done. So as you can see, this is a very, very, very powerful and empowering system because it's using your energy to help you be better. Ooh, I love that day. All right, now we're back to Tuesday. Unfortunately, the energy dips a little bit, but you know what? Like I said, we can't have a positive day like that every single day. So we got to make the best of when those days do come along. So next Tuesday, we have an unfavorable receive day. A receive day really is more about you receiving the energy, receiving money, receiving gratitude, receiving help. It really is like filling you up. So this is also good to give to your clients as well. But this is where I want you to start thinking about what is it that I can do, maybe self-care wise. That might be a good use of this. And you know, for people that are saying that they don't have time to take care of themselves, I would actually look at like how much screen time are you using every day that are non-work related and things like that. So we can probably steal 5 or 10 minutes a day for you to build your energy and for you to be a better, stronger, more vibrant and empowered human being, right? Okay. All right, let's see. I think that we are done with showing you the dates, but I do want to show you just a couple of real quick things that you can do with the TimeBlazr once you get it. Again, just come back every week and I will be here, but I want you to go to the month view again. And I want you to know that there are a couple of filters that you have available to you. One is you can print out, well, it would only be a month for you, but you might want to print out any, you know, whatever month that you have access to print that out, because then you'll have it in a print form if you want it to do that way. You can also put it in your Google Calendar or iCal. Just know that it's a square hole fitting in a round peg in a square hole kind of thing, because those calendars don't look like mine yet. So that's why you're just going to have to work with it a little bit. And basically the information you're going to see is the type of day it is and the positive and negative influences at this time. But my team is working on other things as well. Then the other thing that I wanted to show you is that when you go to that middle button, that search button, we can do a couple of searches. There's a couple of things, like if you want to find all of your wealth days, just click on one of these and it will, and then just hit search and they will find them for you. Or if you want to look at any of these, I'm going to just hit wellness for right now because I think that's kind of top of mind for a lot of people. So basically what that's doing is pulling up all of the wellness days for this particular person. And then you can click on, oh, look, on August the 19th, there's quite a nice bit of things happening there. And this is where you can schedule a wellness treatment. Now, on this particular day, as you can see, we don't have a lot of really good times. So this may not be the best day. That's why you want to go back and look for the next day. Now, this is for your important medical checkups, but if it's something like a massage, like regular healthcare that you've been doing all along, but this would be like, oh, I really need to get this something taken care of. I want to point out something special on this particular day. Just haphazardly, I selected this day. As you can see, there's teal, and it's in the positive influences, and kind of unusually but remarkably, we also have it during the monkey hour, which is 3 to 4:59 p.m. That means when you see the teal color, when it's in the positive influences, it prevails over the day. When it's over the hour, and usually you see them separate, it's either over the positive influences or the hour. But this particular day, it's both. And remember that without the stars, everybody will have that, right? So, but on that particular day, prevailing energy today and the hour, it's like you're going to have on a superpower cape that day. So this particular person can use it for the health aspects. So if they're having a little procedure or something like that, this would be a fantastic day to schedule that if you are able. And it's a Monday, so you may be able to do that. So okay, back to the month. The other thing that I want to point out to you very quick, I'm going to go to the search and I'm going to go to the general button. And then this is where we have all those 12 different types of days. So if you're looking for a particular day, let's say that you want to do a launch, or let's say we're going to begin a health program. So I am going to show you a filter. We're going to go to the general, and then we're going to go and we're going to say we're going to start a exercise program. So we're going to do initiate. We want to start something out on a good day, so you could choose a number of different ones, and I'm going to choose only favorable. A lot of times people ask me, well, why would I want to know the days that are not favorable? Well, because absolutely you want to know where a positive day is, but almost as importantly is to avoid the pitfalls of a challenging day. So they're not very many for this particular person, but September the 20th, if it's going to take you some time to get geared up for starting a new habit, that could be definitely what you could do. Or you can start doing other selections to find, you could use a success day, a stable day. Those would also be very, very good for starting and stabilizing a good lifestyle positive habit. Okay. All right. And let's see, what else do I have for you? Oh, I know what I've got for you. Let's go back over to our PowerPoint here. So we talked about time. We didn't talk too much about space. I'll tell you about that in just a second. But here are another couple of resources that I have is once you run the charts of people that you're sheltering in place for or yourself, I do have the month of August that is linked below, but all you have to do is go to YouTube and just Google all of those animals that are in your chart just to see what's happening for you in 2020. We've got 6 months left in this crazy rat year, so you may want to check in to see what else you can do either positively or avoid some of the challenges of the year as well, depending on which animal you have. Whoops, went to the wrong one. So then the other thing I wanted to let you know, as I said before, that if you want this calendar, this energetic calendar to take the right action at the right time every single time, go to www.free30timetrial.com, and there's no credit card required. Another thing that I'm doing right now, because again, remember I said I believe that the space is a very, very important aspect of what we're dealing with right now. So now more than ever, we really do need to start thinking about how we are relating to the space. Your space is there to help you achieve your goals. It's there to help you have better relationships, better health, better flow with your finances. And if those are not happening, then I would say that there is something that is off with your feng shui. So in just a few minutes, actually, I think I'm going to have to, because I have to run out, so I think I'm going to have to do this when I come back. But I am doing a series that is about the feng shui, the monthly influences. Remember, at the very top of this, I said we are doing this for the benefit of you taking action right now. So don't delay when I'm putting up this information. Start using person, space, and time so that your life is more in control, more in balance, and that you feel more empowered than ever. And if you start doing these small, simple steps, just choosing a good day, putting your body in a good vibration, that's using the feng shui. So it's a pretty simple system, but it just takes a little bit of effort. Okay, my desk is here. Now I'm going to move it over here a little bit or move it into a different room. You can do that easily with feng shui. All right, so we will speak to you a little bit later today, and we'll talk about the feng shui of the space for August, because we are going to go after the most timely things for you to get your life back into balance. All right, see you in our next video. Thanks for joining us today. We really do appreciate it. Again, if you could do the subscribe, ring that bell for the notifications, for making sure you get all the update information. And of course, please share this information. It really would help for us to continue giving this value-based information for you. All right, have an amazing week. See you next week at TimeBlazr Tuesday.